My name is Dwayne Morgan, and I'm a member of New Prospect Baptist Church where Carrie belongs. And I have 3 questions I'd like to ask them. The first one is, what is your occupation? 2, who is someone you look up to? And the third, what do you like best of Black History Month?
Hello, Ms. Dwayne Hudson and audience. I think you asked a great question on question 2. Who do I look up the most? Who do I look up to the most? I'm going to choose my mother. Her name is Dolores Hollingsworth. She was a mother of 2, or she is a mother of 2. She was a wife, a committed wife for 27 years, and she was a full-time employee working as a healthcare aide for about 27 years. I choose her because my mother raised me and my younger brother alone for many years, and then she met her husband, who she was married to for 27 years. But my mother raised 2 children by herself almost. She was strong, she was committed to what she was doing. She dropped out of high school, but she ended up going back to high school or to get her GED. After getting her GED, she went to college and graduated with her bachelor's degree in business management. I chose her because even in that test, she could have gave up. She could have went on working with the GED, but she didn't. She went back to school, she graduated with that degree, and she worked in her field, or she's currently working in her field. But she didn't have to. She didn't have to do what she did, but even in that test and trial, she accomplished it. She came out victorious. My mother showed strength through that. And she's married, she was married for 27 years, but most recently, maybe 2 years ago now, she's been divorced. But even when she went through that divorce, just a year ago, I found out about it. She was divorced for that year before or year prior, but she didn't tell me or my younger sibling. She went through that test, or she went through that trial alone, but when she was going through it, she didn't show it. She showed smiles, she smiled through it all. She went on throughout her day without even allowing anyone around her to know what she was going through. And when I think about just that, if it was me in her shoes, I would have given up. I would have cried. I wouldn't have known what to do because, again, for 27 years, she was married to this one person who her life was surrounded by. My mother was committed to her family. Even though she worked full-time, she cooked, she cleaned the house, she took care of her children, she took care of her husband, she took care of her husband's children, because up until we became adults, we were children. So he came into the marriage with 2 children. She came into the marriage with 2 children. So that was a combined family, a blended family of 4 children, and she took care of us all. She smiled through every day. She took care of us. She punished us. She was that type of mother. That pedestal type of mother, or that image type of mother that they display on television. I had that at home. So I was raised right. My mother was raised with both her parents. So she had that mindset of family. She had a family-oriented mindset. So for that's why I choose my mother. Those are a couple of reasons. Another reason why I chose my mother is because, again, going back to school, when she could have quit, she went back to school and she graduated. Again, I put myself in her shoes. If I quit, there had to have been a reason why I quit. So me knowing who I am, I probably wouldn't have done it. So that's another reason why I choose my mother. And the third and final reason why my mother is chosen is because of her faith. She has strong faith. She believes in Christ. She instilled that into me. My mother isn't a churchgoer, meaning that she doesn't go to church every Sunday. She don't come to Bible study, but she believes in Christ. She instilled that into me and my younger sibling. And because of that her instilling that into me as a child, I work at a church. I come to church every Sunday. I attend Bible studies. I did something that my mother didn't do, but because she instilled that into me as a child, I grew into that. The Bible talks about raising up a child in the way that they should go, and when they're older, they won't depart from it. So because my mother instilled that into me as a child, as an adult, I walk into that, and for that, that's why I choose my mother. Again, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank you, Ms. Hudson, and the audience for listening to me today. You didn't have to, so I'm grateful that you did.